Hey everyone, and welcome back to Comic Studio. As we're looking around here for the next one, is Mario Sonic Fan Random Stuff Rewinded. Like this is absolutely for the Mario Sonic Fan Random Stuff Comic Studio Rewinded. We're probably sure there must be not all of the characters around here look like this, but eventually everything it was not actually look like this. It was full of crossovers like anything it was. Let's show up some spoilers around here. Let's look at around here. It was owned by Mario Sonic Fan 12, and thanks to everyone who owns the images for something else. Right, we're probably going to be showing up for some user comics first, and we're not absolutely going to find out around here. It was probably built with the help of Luigi Tales fan, Jolly, Enzo Demi, Studios, Pika Fi, Jaden fan, alternative account, Mario Sonic fan, alt account, Jaden fan, 23 rises, Jason Gaming, Sonic 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, Wicked the Jolly, Mints, Cool Dude 2015, and this guy for this someone else, and Amy 99. So, we're probably gonna be started out to look at around of these characters, but I cannot believe starting with them, there were cookie run versions is almost everywhere. Friday Night Fun conversions are almost everywhere around here. This includes fan-made cookies like themselves. And especially this includes any crossovers like that, and even more how they came from around here. There are three categories like heroes, bad guys, and pepperoni skyscrapers like these things. So even though there must be a little bit more of those cookies around here, as C Mage cookie, the V1s and V2 cookies around here, it's almost like it everywhere soon as probably we know it. And now the cookie base, we probably look to see this as well. There are three sections, could be for the cookies as well, like the Pizza Tower OCs. There is a Sonic OC Creator, which is probably, I'm not probably sure this is low quality. Even more cookies like this, but even more way too evil. Like, it was made by Jaden Fan, but even more as well. Monsters look like this, and this includes Chocobar Cookie and even more. There is another way a little bit more clones. Steven Universe is included around here, and we really think that must be for a couple of weapons. Is this? I would have believed that must be a little bit of ones. And the background images could be not from anywhere. Could be from Nintendo sprites or like anything around here for this one. Friday Night Funkin', not even Roblox, or even more themselves that before. There must be from Roblox and Cookie Run Oven Break and Kingdom, but even though there is a little bit more to come around here. So there must be a little bit amount of bad places, but I'm probably sure there's nothing over here for anyways. So that was probably it. I'm not absolutely going to look around anything, of course. I'm going to be looking inside and see what is going on. So there must be for some sort of this thing. So the names could be eventually usernames like these, because not original characters, and because there were a little bit of debts around here between this. Starting off with this thing as well, it's actually same sprites, could be for some kind of a little ghost or something as well. There must be a gacha form and some costumes for Mario. Even though there must be more sprite edits even this one. Knuckles and there's Amy. and there's Project Shadow, another Shadow, and this thing as well. So there's nothing a little bit more, but I didn't want to mention to see this as anyways. I may not absolutely look it around as there's a lot of females or something, even though that must be a little bit as the same where the previous video that I just recorded for about 25 minutes, I'm not gonna be looking around for gaches, and even some sort of stuff are going to be a lot of them. So, well, we're going to be see about the usernames or the comic posts as well. So, it's most unlikely for these bad guys like the monsters, even Big as Hell or something like that. So, by the way, let's get into the user comics. And we're probably absolutely going to be seeing this, but a little bit for one thing. It's going to be loaded a little bit for this one. And there must be the last comic post of his PFP, posted on September 24th of 2025. And we're not able to be sure. There must be a little bit more out there. Let's get down to the oldest and see where the first thing eventually spotted anyways as well. So it eventually opened secretly on February 5th of 2024 to September 24th of 2024. So I'm gonna get around to ratings as possible as well. So this could be absolutely like, even though March 14 of 2024, Volt meets Crystal feet Xenopanes, or Xenopanes, or like this one. So this is the intro as this, and probably there must be a whole bunch of a little bit amount of things. So I'm already seeing this thing, but I cannot explain that I just tried to add anything around here somewhere. So less of the sprites have been removed around here, but that must be for some other kinds of emeralds. And there's nothing more about of the props, and even sometimes that some other kinds of comic studios have been discontinued around here. Especially Toaster's Little Oven has been discontinued forever, because somebody who actually going to be owned for this, and I wouldn't actually going to find somewhere else. So I'm probably not gonna add something like even though for this one. So this is absolutely going to be a little bit quick as we look around for the little bit amount of cookies around themselves. They're the same as of this one. They're the same sprites as of Cookie Run Oven Break. But even for Chocobar, their missing sprites have been found around here. And even more from anything as well, like multiple of these and a little bit more. So anyways, that will be the end of this video for some there, and this could be eventually for this full banner as well that I probably think. So I couldn't able to be added anything around here, especially for what, and we see the user submitted sprites. There must be a whole bunch of characters from Battle for Dream Island, and there must be a little bit more, and not for anything around here in the items selection. The main profile that it made absolutely the MarioSonicFan Random Stuff Rewinded Comic Studio was being made by Luigi Tales Fan. But exactly, of course, that we never heard for the bad news around here for this. I cannot explain around here that I just never think around here of. So, before I probably going to be keeping on this a little bit for that one, and I'm not very sure this is actually going to be for a little bit of a stake. So, when I get back into this comic studio, let's just probably talk about for this Toaster's Little Oven was being discontinued forever. we definitely seeing that news that the final post could be May 12th of 2025. It was being written by Choco Drizzle, but even though this would actually going to be making a little bit sense, but unfortunately, Crispy Katie's profile was been terminated as well. I'm probably not sure this could be the bad news for itself. This is not going to get around here. That since final post on September 4th of 2025, and then September 5th and a day later around here for this year, I am not very sure. The last post could be even for this thing, but I'm not very sure before it gets being terminated as well. She's being signed out forever, and she quits away for unknown reasons, which means that one of these comic studios have been discontinued, that no owner is going to be getting around for this one. This is her last reposted by herself as well. Even for Marshall's Madness was being discontinued around here or not. Evil, or like, I'm not very sure. Even though Marshall Fanders had posted around for this thing as well. This is a little bit shocking around here, but I'm not actually very sure that usernames could actually kick out Crispy Kitties, which means she's gone. Like, not anything like I just probably saying this. So, the infinite props that includes the Vision Cruise Deltarune, and even a little bit more for some sort of comic creators as well. So this is a sad news for herself. The last post could be from something else. This is the last post that it eventually does in September 2nd of 2025. We're pretty not sure she got banned or probably pulled her out for some sort of unknown reasons. We may not able to see her username comics for this thing as well, even for that, because don't worry about this, it may absolutely running still alive until that unfortunately all of her comic studios is going to be deleted soon, including for Chris's Little Kitchen that eventually changes from Toaster's Little Oven. So right back then, let's get back into something a little bit before we're gonna end of this video. So this is absolutely for the entire banner that we recently made for this thing that I just recorded back into the beginning of this video. But of course, this is eventually for this background images from Sao Rio de Claro. But I cannot believe this would be Sao Jose Rio de Claro. Or like anything as well, like Sao Jose Rio Claro, and probably that must be for the images like the hood. Of course, I added for one of the sprites from my files, and of course, I added Doge, the gnome guy, Sean Daddy over here, Quandale Dingle over here, that must be Serial Guy over here of this thing. And I added GTA characters instead of anybody as cartoons. Looks like them must be not the real life persons like this. I definitely added Dodge Little Carrying Express Truck, and for some kind of an unknown Jeep from Angry Birds Go. And I definitely added from my files, such as the Mercedes R-Class, which means the Mercedes R63. And there's Sweet Johnson on his bike. Even there's a unicycle on this, some kind of frog, of course, that she kicked out of these mode movies out of here as well. You're definitely seeing right next to Sean Daddy is Sunset Shimmer, and probably that must be Sunset Shimmer is over here. And I'm not very sure. There's Pulowski in the town, Cheems and Grimace over here for this thing as well. There's CJ, another one is absolutely a gangster over here. There's 2 Gopniks over here, 2 OG Lokes, and that was probably it, like, anyways. So, you're gonna be checking out of this comic creator, link in the description below, and sometimes I probably sure this could be for not anywhere as we go. And of course, that was totally the end of this video, by the way. You may absolutely added one of these characters instead of like anything as well. I just did a gang thing over here. This is not South Asians over here, because this is why these photos have been captured from Google Maps to Brazil. I definitely that we already saw in this as well. So I've been up talking around here for just a little bit long time as well, since I might going to get a little bit speechless, of course. So this is all that we got around here. So that's everything for today. Thanks for watching, for you guys and any about of these viewers, and I'm about to see all later as well. I'm signing off a little bit for one thing that I just totally a little bit swearing, and I'll talk to you next time around here for viewers and Comic Studio users. So, well, that's all that I have to say for around here for this.